What's up guys, we're back with another video review. This time we're gonna be reviewing one of Hayley's videos. She did a workout that was 3 rounds for time, 100 double unders, and 30 toes to bar. Really simple workout, and actually this is one that she did in training, so it's not really in a competitive setting, but this will give you guys a good idea of some of the things that we need to work on moving forward. In this case, Hayley's an elite athlete, and she needs to work on just the finer details and the minutia, whereas someone like myself needs to work on more metabolic things, broader, easier to spot targets that'll move the needle for me. If you guys would like your video reviewed, be sure to hit us up in the comment section below or hit us up in the DMs on the gram. Give us a link to your YouTube video and we'll superimpose our coaching tips onto your video. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Hayley's workout's gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so like I said, this is a training piece for Hayley, so she's not gonna be moving at the urgency she normally would if she were competing. However, there's a couple things that we can work on here in this setting as well. All right, so the first thing that I notice is that Hayley's double under speed is a little bit slower. Now I know she's doing sets of 100, however, and I've actually timed this out with Hayley, she does a double under every 0.55 seconds. Now the best in the sport can hold a pace of 0.5 seconds. And you may say, Josh, that's not a whole lot of time. How's she gonna shave off that much time, and does it really even matter in the end? And the answer is yes. So she's doing 300 double unders in this workout. So that means that if she's going up against the best in the sport, she does everything unbroken, she does all the toes to bar unbroken, and they have the exact same time for transition time, the best in the sport will still beat her by 15 seconds in the end, just because their double under rate is faster. So something that I would like to see from Hayley working in this kind of setting is not necessarily like, hey, we gotta go unbroken sets, because we know that she can do that. She's already built out the volume. We know she has an insane engine. The thing that we actually need to do is make sure that she's moving fast enough to compete with the best in the sport. And that really makes sense for someone like her because that's kind of where she's at. She's qualifying for these elite competitions. She's going to sanctionals, and it's that little 1% that's gonna move her from the bubble to competing in the top 10, possibly winning an event, So something else I'm noticing here, and again, like we know that she can do 30 unbroken toes to bar. I'm not really concerned with her getting big sets or anything like that. I'm more concerned with efficiency in the movement. So the first thing that I notice is that she's not exactly holding tension throughout her body, especially when her chest is going forward on the kip swing. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when she gets back to the toes to bar, but we would wanna see legs to be relatively straight, toes pointed, and she's breaking tension at the knee. But yeah, her transition is pretty good. Again, not a huge concern for this workout. So that's something that, all right, I hope you guys noticed that. That's something that she could work on. It's a little minutia thing as well, and I'm sure you've heard it before. Someone at a Hayley's level should not be doing single under, double under, double under, double under. She needs to practice just going straight into double unders, and I know it's not that big of a deal, but it's just shaving off that extra second and a half. And in an open setting where you're shaving off a second and a half, multiply that by X amount of transitions when you're going to and from double unders, that time adds up, and those seconds or those extra reps equal 50, 60, 70 spots on the leaderboard. So those things are extremely important and she needs to pay attention to them. But I mean, I will commend her for this. Her engine is incredible. She looks like she's in incredible shape. She's lowered her body fat percentage. And I mean, this looks completely aerobic for her. She's completely unfazed by the rep scheme. I'm sure she's actually gonna split this up. So I'm not super concerned about her doing all of this unbroken. Getting a call from her, speak of the devil. Okay, so yeah, we can actually see here, she's bending at the knee and losing tension on the toes to bar. And that's gonna actually slow down her toes to bar turnover per rep. So something that would help is to keep the legs straight, keep the core tight, point the toes. And you can actually see here at the top end, she's hitting both feet together on the bar, but one foot is pulling away before the other. And that's just a sign that she's not holding tension in the midsection there. So yeah, I assume that she would split this up. Again, this is a training piece. She would try to go for bigger sets if she was competing. But yeah, holding tension in the middle will actually help these reps turn over faster. So it's very similar to something like doing a thruster or anything like that. Hayley's very good at doing high volume of whatever the movement is. She just needs to get better at doing a small volume faster. So that would be the only thing, the main overarching theme of this workout, I would say Hayley could take away from that is, even if she's gonna go to slower pace than competition pace, let's work on something. Let's find a thing to focus on as we're doing these movements to move the needle forward in competition. Yeah, she looks very relaxed. I would almost recommend also that she kind of relaxes in the shoulders on her double unders. Her ankles look pretty relaxed, her legs look pretty relaxed. Again, if she trips up, she's doing the single, back into double unders, that would be something to practice in isolation. So to get good at that skill, that would be something I'd recommend. Don't even do it in a WOD. Don't do it in a timed setting. Just double under, double under, double under, stop, reset, just go straight into double unders. Reset, just go straight into double unders. Just practice that skill. And I also recommend this for things like the rower. If you have to go in and out of the rower, and that's a place where you find you get really slowed down transition-wise, I highly recommend just practice running to the rower, get in, start rowing as fast as you can. Once you're up to speed, stop, go back, reset, practice those things. You'd be surprised in competition, you'll refer back to these things because you've practiced them so many times and you'll be happy that you did that. It's the same thing as if we were playing basketball and you're practicing free throws or you're practicing chest pass or anything like that. This is a sport and you have to practice the sport. So yeah, I believe this is her final round of toes to bar. She actually looks like she's holding tension a little bit better this time. Very good, very good. So yeah, you can see her start to fatigue, and I'm assuming here the grip is actually a factor. I'm actually wondering if she didn't have her grips on for the first set of that. Oh, there we go, let me fix this real quick. So yeah, you can see as she starts to fatigue, she starts bringing the knees way up and then doing a little kick at the end there. And so yeah, her midsection is pretty sliced up at this point. And we just gotta finish. But yeah, Hayley, you know, it doesn't look like metabolically that's the limiter or anything like that. Maybe grip, maybe, you know, midline fatigue. But I think overall, just improving her technique for toes to bar would greatly improve that. So pointing the toes, you know, being able to hold tension throughout the body. I've said it many times. But yeah, that would really move the needle for her. And I feel like we're almost there. She's moving with a little more urgency, so seems like we're getting close to the end. And I think that's it. Well, thank you for joining me on this video review. We'll see you next time.